So what are we going to do to top that?
I don't think so.
I tell you what you're going to do to top that. You're going to be on the Morning Blend.
Nice.
Glad to be here.
They're nuts. They've lost their minds. They love adventures. They love sharks. And we, yes, to tell the truth, love them.
Making their Morning Blend debut. We are so excited to welcome Sean and Brooks Paxton.
Thank you for having me.
A.K.a. the Shark Brothers.
A.K.a. the wine tasters from the Capitol Grill.
We just picked up a new skill today.
You're never too young.
All right, the first question we need to answer is, how did you get nicknamed the Shark Brothers? Where did that come from?
What's up with that, guys?
It really started a few years ago, back in 1975, when we saw a little movie called Jaws that you were talking about earlier.
And
we
others, you have the same parents.
We have our driver's license with us.
Yes,
Okay,
we can prove it.
All right.
Okay, so you're watching Jaws.
Watching Jaws in a standing room only theater somewhere in the Midwest with our family, and that movie scared the you-know-what out of us, like it did a lot of people. You talked about being afraid to swim in a pool afterwards. Similar stories with us, but that fear eventually turned to fascination, and throughout our lives we began fishing for sharks with our grandfathers. We began diving with sharks and filming sharks, and then got involved in shark conservation work and catch and release tournaments and so forth, and the media picked up on that, just nicknamed us the Shark Brothers. We've been called worse. So
yeah, we've been called a lot worse, so I figured, that's
you talk about your fascination, and I'm fascinated, and a little fear as well by some of what you... What is your fascination with sharks?
Just the beauty of them. I mean, they're one of the only creatures on Earth that doesn't get cancer, and they're very misunderstood. A lot of people, like you said, like yourself, are afraid of them, and they're actually not these man-eaters that they're...
They can be dangerous,
sure.
like, just like a pit bull can be dangerous, or a grizzly bear can be dangerous.
More people die from bee stings every year than shark attacks.
But you take a look at a shark; it's just an amazing-looking animal, and they've been around so long.
Sean, tell me, because where did you go from being that person scared in the movie theater of Jaws to really appreciating who they are? I mean, when did that switch happen?
We've always appreciated the great outdoors and the natural environment. We were raised by the greatest generation with our grandfathers to appreciate and respect nature, and we fished a lot as little kids, and it just kind of migrated, or we sort of evolved into wanting to get in the water and wanting to see these fish up close as opposed to just on the end of a line on a boat. And I think just that interaction with them is what changed everything for us.
And Brooks, you guys just started not just started, but it just ended this Guy Harvey Shark Challenge, where y'all really made an effort to make sure that people were conserving, I guess, fishing for them or catching them in a responsible way?
Yeah, a more responsible way. We want to combine the goals of sport, science, and conservation. And for that, we reached out to Moat Marine Laboratory and Guy Harvey, of course, and we have the Guy Harvey Ultimate Shark Challenge, an all-release tournament. But what made this different is it's a spectator sport. We wanted to take the spectacle of the dead sharks out at the end of the day and replace it so people, you can still sell beer and hot dogs at the tournament site and keep the people interested. So we used modern broadcast technology and live stream video back to the docks so people could watch the scientists working. We attached satellite tags to these fish. And
let's go ahead and show. We have some video of this. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
By combining the goals of sports science and conservation, the Guy Harvey Ultimate Shark Challenge delivers the most defining big game competition in shark fishing history. Select teams will battle it out in front of the cameras on the Gulf of Mexico for thousands in cash and prizes, but only one will be crowned the ultimate champions. This is no ordinary fishing contest. It is the next generation shark release tournament.
That's a fish story. Okay, so you guys have a fascination, and maybe a little bit of fear, a lot of love, and this respect. So why do you throw the sharks back in the water? What is it about this conservation?
Conservation is so important with any natural resource, and the management of the resource.
And enjoying it.
Yeah, you got to responsibly manage a resource. So, shark fishing has been very popular, especially since... It's been around really since the 1950s as a sport, but since Jaws came out, tournaments exploded across the country, and we've fished all of our lives for sharks and predominantly catch and release. And as we got more into this, we realized that there's got to be a more responsible way to do it. Shark numbers are declining. It's a scientific fact. There's commercial interests that bring those numbers down, but the recreational fisherman has a great opportunity to go out there and enjoy the sport and the excitement of the sport and the challenge of the sport but yet replenish that resource by practicing catch and release.
That sort of won't always be there if we keep.
That's absolutely right. It's a renewable resource if we treat it that way, and so that's important. So in this tournament, we did that. We incorporated satellite tracking, and the anglers were able to enjoy the sport, but at the same time, they were able to take part in very high-tech research efforts with satellite tagging that we did in the tournament, and handling the fish in a responsible manner so that they could be quickly brought to the boat. We used heavier tackle. We mandated the use of circle hooks.
Circle hooks as opposed to J hooks.
These are designed for
What's
release.
the difference?
The circle hook, the shank is the hook is bent in towards the shank. That way it goes down and it can't get caught in the belly. It comes back up and gets caught right in the corner of the mouth, like Smiley there.
That's right, right here.
And that way it's easy to remove the hook. As opposed to a J hook, this would get caught in their gullet or their stomach and tear the insides up. And you might still release it, but that shark would more than likely die.
Right.
Speaking of Smiley, whose tooth is that you got hanging around your neck?
This one is just a fossilized megalodon, but Sean's got the real deal there.
I beg your pardon? A what?
A megalodon?
Okay.
Fossilized great white tooth.
Okay.
Wow.
And this one that Sean has?
This is actually very special. This is from the largest great white ever caught on rod and reel. It was
That tooth is
yeah,
from that?
This is a 3,427-pound great white shark.
Oh,
It was
that's
caught
tiny.
by Captain Frank Mundus, who really was responsible for creating the sport of recreational shark fishing.
He's a character that Peter Benchley modeled Quint after in the movie Jaws.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
so fascinating. And there's still so much that we need to learn. That sharks have been around forever, but there's
Millions
still
of
really
years.
a lot that we don't know about them, which is so important of why we're tagging them and
That's
finding
why,
out what they do.
That's exactly why we seek out the best and the brightest in the world of research and science with Bob Uter, the director of Moat's Center for Shark Research in Sarasota. In the conservation world, we reached out to Guy Harvey, and we brought all these, and then anglers, great anglers make great tournaments. And without the angling skills of the people that participated, the anglers and the teams that participated in our tournament, it would have been very difficult to get these sharks and to be able to work with them. And we did successfully satellite tag 4 sharks, 2 hammerheads similar to this one. This is actually scallop, but they were great hammerheads that we tagged in the tournament, as well as 2 bull sharks. And you can follow those online. That's another thing that we did is we integrated that into.
You guys need your own TV show.
We're working on that.
We're filming one now.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay. Let us know. We'll run it on Fox 4.
There you go.
How about that?
Let's talk about
Hey,
it.
thanks, guys.
You know some people?
I know people who know. I know Carley.
Hey, well, there we go.
I sit right beside her. Hey, thanks, guys.
I know. Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Shark
having us.
Brothers,
Thank you
so
very
much.
Sean and
We're
Brooks,
gonna
the
come
Shark
back.
Brothers.
You got it.
Yeah, we need to get on the Shark Parents. Coming up soon.